Content advisory. After the Fall is a story set in the world of darkness and may contain subject matter that may be triggering to some audiences. Subject matter includes graphic depictions of violence, alcohol and drug abuse, bullying, physical and emotional abuse, gaslighting, police violence, loss of loved ones, and other content not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. We're back with something a little bit different. Tonight, we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade. We're joined this evening by an illustrious cast of very talented people. We have Reg, also known as Lane. We've got Brandon in the other corner. And along the bottom side here, we have Bucket, Sylvie, Brendan, and Jake. This evening, we're going to be getting into a story of a group of bombastic, life-loving people that through horror and circumstance were torn apart, taken away from what they loved, scattered to the winds, and then fate, and perhaps something a bit more sinister, has brought those people back together. Tonight you'll be meeting Blood Rush, a rock band from the 1990s, a group of wayward kids that decided to try to hit it big on the streets of Canada. This led to many auspicious nights, fantastic adventures, and not a small amount of heartache. Tonight, the band has come back together. And we're going to be introducing each of the bandmates one by one in a small series of vignettes in order to properly introduce them and get them ready for their first show back. Their first show will be at the Commodore Ballroom. But right now, right here, rather than being in the grander scope of Vancouver or Canada, we're going to zoom in. We find ourselves in a small pub. I'd give you the name, but it's a little bit irrelevant because the cast member that finds themselves there tonight, they didn't think to check when they came in. It's the dark of night. The streetlights are on. The crush of humanity is rushing in to find a little bit of solace, whether it be in vice or flesh. The smell of sweat, cheap alcohol, perfumes, colognes, and illicit substances is in the air. And in a dark corner sits the drummer of our band, Reg.
Yeah, so Reg is sitting there, same outfit he wears every night, pair of khaki shorts, jean jacket, ball cap on backwards, He's having a few beers, knows he's got a show later, but up until now, he just wants to have some fun, relax, maybe get into a fight.
Reg, can I get an awareness from you, please, to start off the evening?
Absolutely.
You're looking for a fight. You're trying to find something exciting, something to get your blood pumping.
That's a wits awareness, yeah.
That would be wits plus awareness. Yes, please.
One success.
One success. Tell me what you're looking for.
I don't know. I'm looking for any guys who are maybe getting a little handsy. Maybe somebody barking orders at somebody they don't need to. Somebody cheating at a game of pool. Somebody being an asshole.
Your eyes sharpen and you squint, looking around the room. You check the pool table. There's a couple of guys. Seem like college-age gentlemen. Shooting the shit, having a good time. Nothing insidious there. You see some people, young, vibrant folk, sitting up at the bar, spinning around in stools, looking for a thrill. Nothing strange there. And then, like a hawk, your head snaps over to the side as you hear before you see. Listen, I told you to get your hands off me. That's enough. No, I left you, and you need to get over it. Stop. And then you hear a gruff man's voice rebut. Listen, I don't think that it's over. I've been looking for you. I've been all over the city. I asked your cousin where you were at, and he wouldn't tell me. And now I find you here in the bar with some other schmuck. Come on, Darla. Enough playing around. Come back with me. Let's go. And then your eyes swivel around, and you see his hand clasped around your wrist.
I'm gonna get up from my chair, holding my bottle. Reg only drinks from bottles, no cans here. Walks over to the guy, the couple, ex-couple, and he goes, "Hey, sorry, is there a problem here?"
Who the fuck are you, asshole? Back off. None of your fucking business. You see the girl, she looks scared. Worried. Her eyes dart from him to you, to him to you. And you see her other hand move to his that's on her wrist and is trying to pry it off, but his has clamped down.
"Hey, pal, I don't think this lady here wants to go anywhere with you. Why don't you walk away?"
I told you this is none of your fucking business. And I'm not your fucking pal. Back off before you get hurt. Darla, let's go. And then he goes to yank her away.
"I'm really sorry for this." And I take the bottle and I just smash it over his head.
You hear her scream immediately. Ah! And roll me a dexterity plus melee.
Okay. Oh, baby. 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yeah.
You belt this guy over the head. He's got a glass jaw. He hits the ground and isn't moving.
I look at Darla.
A couple of people turn and they look towards you. A few of them that were playing at the pool table look at the now sort of lifeless form of the man that was holding onto Darla, and Darla's standing there. She's like, "Oh my God! What did you do? What have you done?"
Knocked out a dirtbag.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have to go.
You probably should.
And
I
then
wouldn't come back here.
She grabs a purse and she runs. A bouncer, a large man, looking about all of 6'9", broad-shouldered, absolute unit, a beast of a man, walks up to you and looks down. He's like, "All right, asshole, time to go."
I lock eyes with him,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna shake my head.
Give me an intimidation. Your specialty applies.
Absolutely. Oh wow, 2 successes.
2 successes.
That's it.
He looks down at you. He's like, "You're not playing tough, guy. Listen, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my bar before I call the cops. Get out."
There's a lot of people looking at me right now.
There's like about half a dozen people that are like directly looking at you. You notice that the dirtbag that was knocked out on the floor is like starting to moan and groan and sort of come back to consciousness.
Do your fucking job, pal. And I just walk out.
He turns around and he puts a hand on your shoulder as you're walking out of the bar. "You picked the wrong night, asshole." And he goes to club you over the head.
Okay, I will activate. I will turn around, and as he's swinging, I'm gonna activate Dread Gaze.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Resistance pool for that was what again?
Oh, sorry, I don't have it in front of me. Give me one sec.
Yeah, I'm bad.
I believe it's composure and intelligence.
I'm bad.
Composure and intelligence.
Did not.
It's composure and resolve.
Where did I?
Thank
put
you.
my
Yeah, composure and
VTM?
resolve. And I have to.
You're rolling charisma and presence.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you are. You beautiful, beautiful.
Uh,
Oh God.
Make sure you remember an extra one for blood potency lane if you have that.
I sure do. Okay, so that's 4 successes.
4
And
successes.
make a rouse check.
Oh yes, thank you. Rouse check's just 1 dice, right?
Yeah.
6 is a success.
Yes.
I succeed.
Gotcha. Okay. He has failed. He does not even have enough dice to resist that. And yeah, so let's I don't.
So as Reg looks at him, his eyes just like they go from like regular human eyes, and the pupils just slide in and look almost cat-like, and they just turn like blood red.
He
And then I
looks-
grab him by the shirt and I pull him in.
Mhm.
Do your fucking job.
Okay. And he just nods.
And I throw him back. Like I give him like a good push back into the room.
Yeah, he staggers back a good 6-7 feet before like scampering away. He turns tail and walks into the back room.
I let I let everything go back to normal, and I just finish walking out of the bar. I give everybody one quick look just to make sure nobody saw that before I go.
Give me an awareness.
Sorry, one sec. I think that might be a
I would say wits plus awareness.
wits plus awareness. Yeah. So that is. Oh, I need two crits on hunger die to make it a messy critical, right? Not
You
just
need
one.
at least 2 dice that are a crit.
Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Just regular, just 2 successes.
2 successes. It looks like no one saw you, at least as far as you know.
Oh, shit, now I gotta find another bar. He just goes back to get ready for the show.
Yeah, your phone goes off.
I check it. Is it ringing or does somebody text me?
It's an alarm that you set a couple of nights ago. It says Commodore Ballroom, 11:30 p.m.
Nice. I love me.
All right. And then do you just make your way to the ballroom?
Yeah.
All
Got a
right.
show to do.
Perfect. We'll zoom out for a second. Vancouver's a busy place. A lot of nightlife. A pretty serious amount of people coming to and fro, even in the dead of night. Traffic is congested at the best of times. And it's right there on Commercial Drive, trying to head to the Commodore Ballroom that we zoom in to an Uber. It's got Astrid in it. Coming from the hotel room, trying to make their way to the venue. And what does Astrid look like?
She's ragged jeans, just like baggy holes, basically from like the thigh down. Tight black tank top and a baggy blue flannel. Her hair is curly, wild, like there is no controlling. Dark eye makeup, and she's got headphones in so the Uber guy doesn't talk to her.
Streetlights pass. There's the honking of horns. You hear over the sound of your headphones the Uber driver shouting a couple of times, not at you, but at the traffic flying by. And you come to a stoplight. Can I get an awareness from you, please?
Okay, so that is with Whoa, I am dropping dice. 3 and 4. Oh. I do not think that is very good. Okay, I got 1 success.
1 success?
Yeah.
The light changes from red to green, and you just happen to look up from your phone to whatever you're doing, and you catch the gaze of the passenger of the car that is just aside the Uber that you're in, and you swear that you recognize the person that's there. It looks like Elliot.
No. No.
Couldn't be.
Just no.
Well, Elliot lives in Winnipeg.
Yeah, no. He can't be here.
Not Vancouver. He couldn't be here.
He couldn't be here.
Looked like him though.
That'd be wild. Lots of people look like him. He's a fairly standard dude.
Absolutely.
No, it's not him. No, put it out of my mind.
You hear coming from the front as you get closer and closer to the venue, the Uber driver trying to get your attention. He's just giving like 2 fingers up.
So I'll take out a headphone and be like, yeah.
Do you know the people that were in the car beside us?
No.
All right. Well, they were looking at you for quite some time, and I've seen that card. They're either they're going to the same place as us, or they've been following us for a while.
Okay, thank you for the heads up.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not trying to get any. I don't want any trouble tonight. Do I need to drop you off somewhere? Are you safe?
Yeah, just I gotta get to the venue. I'll be fine there.
All right, if you say so.
Meanwhile, I'm like texting my guys to be like, okay, you guys are at the venue. Are you on your way to the venue? Be at the venue. Be outside the venue. When I get there, I am on my way. I'm almost there.
Everybody receives that text.
But yeah, it's a group chat.
For sure. For sure. The car continues to drive. The streets turn from metropolitan Vancouver's taller buildings to sort of the more artisan-style buildings of Gastown. And eventually, you're about a block away from the Commodore Ballroom. And you see ahead of you, there's an accident. Somebody's crashed the car, and the Uber driver looks to you and says, listen, this is going to cost us like another 5-10 minutes. You okay with that? Or do you want me to drop you here?
How much time do I have?
You've got about like an hour until like, it's time to be on stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the car. It's
You're gonna
fine.
stay in the car. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Just because she's a little panicked now. Just if the Uber driver noticed he's staring, maybe it was him. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna stay in the car. It's safe in here.
Whatever you say, man. And he floors it, and you get about 100 meters away from the venue, and the parking becomes a little bit congested. And he's like, "Do you want me to? Would you like me to drive around and wait for a parking spot closer, or am I okay to drop you off here?"
Yeah, it's fine here.
All right. He drops you off.
Trying to get rid of me.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm more than willing to drive you around all night. It's your it's your fare.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I can walk from here.
All right. You pay your fare, and you get out of the car. And I'm gonna ask for another awareness, please.
I'm also going to text my guys and let them know where I am.
Absolutely.
Location on.
Mm-hmm. Drop a pin.
Yep. 2 successes.
2 successes. That same car just drove by.
Now I'm going to tell them to hurry up and come meet me. And I'm going to start just speed walking.
You start speed walking.
Oh, yeah. Like just
Mm-hmm. You
mall walk, like a grandma mall walker. Just giving her.
You get to the outside of the Granville side of the venue, to the back entrance. It's called the alley bar side of the venue, and there's a security guard that's standing outside the door. You start like speed walking up, and he looks you up and down. He's a big strapping fella, tight black t-shirt, black Gucci belt, some dress shoes on. He looks at you. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good now.
You're good now?
Good now.
All right. I think they're doing sound checks inside. If you're with the band, right? I saw you before. All right.
Yes.
Excellent. Can I get an the demontation, Auspex power, the one that lets you see the future, please? Premonition. Can I get a premonition test, please?
Okay. What is didn't I write this? Okay, I need to.
It is on page 249.
Resolve and Auspex.
Okay, give me a second. And of course, my computer is going to be ridiculously slow.
What were you looking for?
What am I rolling?
Resolve plus Auspex.
Okay. And 2, 5. 2 successes.
2 successes. You breeze past the security guard sort of in a fugue. Your eyes feel a little bit glazed over, and you get that telltale tickle in the back of your head that this aura of premonition is sort of coming onto you. And you get a very distinct vision. You're up on stage. You're slamming chords on the bass. The crowd's loving it. And then you see, up on the second floor, standing right at the banister across from the mezzanine bar, is Elliot. He's here. He's going to be here. And he's here for you. You see his eyes lock with yours. And your boyfriend, or so he thinks, is going to be making an appearance.
I'm going to give him the finger.
Well, we'll save that for when the actual scene happens. But when you're up on stage, and if that actually comes to fruition, visions are not always quite what they seem. But
Yes.
Your quick little premonition of the future shows you that, well, you might be steered wrong about tiny details, but there is one thing for sure.
He's here.
Elliot's here.
Yeah.
And he's come to visit. All right. Now, we're going to zoom out one more time and leave Astra to get prepared for the evening's performance. Tatiana is found already at the venue, backstage, surrounded by some roadies, a couple of groupies, lounging in the green room, having a good time. What's Tatiana look like?
Tatiana is a fairly average height woman, but she is rather muscular. She did work out when she was alive. She's got long black hair. She's got a large amount of tattoos. For the show tonight, she's wearing a spiked bra, some tight leather pants, and she's got bracelets all up her arm. And you can see, with all of the exposed flesh, the innumerable amounts of tattoos that she is covered in. The death head moth coming down her neck, the large phoenix back piece, a very eloquent and intricate Medusa going down her left arm, holding the severed, still bleeding, but stone head of an unknown individual, and a very large amount of other yet to be explained tattoos. She is currently sitting down, hanging out with everybody. She has a beer in hand. She hasn't sipped it. She hasn't touched it at all. She's lounging, relaxing, looking at everyone, just having a good time. She's kind of muttering to herself the lyrics of the songs that she's going to sing tonight. Gotta stay sharp.
The smoke in the air, the drinks in the hand, the sort of sanguine nature of the environment is a little intoxicating. There's a lot of mortal flesh around you. Very willing. Very supple, young. And you're almost in a reverie. And then you hear a knock on the green room door.
She'll look at everyone. Hold on a moment. She'll stand up, walk to the door, open it wide, unconcerned. What's up?
There's a man standing there. He's wearing a big set of headphones, like he's very clearly a coordinator for the venue. He's some sort of manager. He looks at you. He's like, Miss Tatiana, I just wanted to let you know that there's someone here that would like to see you. I know that you're coming very, very close to. You're coming very, very close to. It's time to get on stage, but he says that it's very important and that he knows you and the band, and he'd like to have a little private meeting before you went on stage.
Did Mystery Man leave a name?
He did. He said his name was Gary Fox.
Oh, was it now?
That's what he said.
Was just thinking of a song for him.
What should I tell him, ma'am?
He wants a meeting?
That's what he said. He's waiting outside the venue. He said that he was just having a quick smoke break before he was going to make his way inside, but if he could, he would just make his way to the green room and meet with you.
Sure. Let's have a meeting with Mr. Fox.
All right, I'll go let him know. And
She just audibly cracks her knuckles.
Sort of reflective of your vibe, which is like shifted pretty dramatically. The groupies that are lounging around the room sort of get up and start filtering out. The roadies, which are mostly crew, and were kind of hanging around for like your beck and call. Like one of them was tuning a couple of instruments in the corner. A few of them were checking sound equipment. They look at you. One of them speaks up and says, "Tatiana, did you want us to go?"
Yeah, might be good if you go. However, could you bring me Delilah?
I could, yeah, absolutely. I'll go fetch him. And then your roadies sort of peel out. And a short while later, would you describe Delilah?
Delilah is a baseball bat. Wrapped with chains.
The roadie comes back and brings you your baseball bat and leans it up against the door.
I love everything about that.
Thanks, darling.
You receive a knock at the door a very short time later.
I'll put my hand on Delilah and just open the door. Delilah behind the door. Just swing it open.
You see standing there a man with an open V-neck dress shirt, tattoos up both of his arms, sleeves rolled up to the elbow. He's wearing a very gaudy set of snakeskin leather pants. He's got a slicked back hairstyle, greased right to the nines. His shoes are made out of, he's got a set of suede shoes, no socks. And he smells of cheap cologne and very, very thin individual. Like he's got a little bit of like pectus excavatum. His chest is almost like inward. Very, very slight individual. And you see before you your former bandmate Gary Fox.
What's up, Fox? Surprised you don't have a little boy glued to your crotch. What do you want?
Well, hello to you too. Toddy, it's been a while.
It's not been long enough. The fuck do you want, Gary?
Listen, does it gotta be like this? You know
It
what I
do.
want.
It fucking do. You sent some motherfucker to a bar to meet with us, and he has a goddamn grenade on him, tries to blow up the bloody place.
Oh, you were gonna be fine, Taddy. Don't
Yeah, I
pull
was going to
that.
be fine.
Yeah.
Not everyone in that damn bar was going to be.
So
The fuck do you
what?
want, Gary?
They're kind. Who cares? Calm
I
down.
care, Gary.
Oh, you would. You would.
You have 5 seconds. Speak.
Listen.
1.
I'll behave myself. Just give me a minute. Give me 10 minutes of your time. All right, if you don't like what I'm saying, then I'll fuck off, okay? Yes or no?
3.
Oh my god. I want back in.
No. The answer's no, Gary. It was no at the bar. It was no beyond the bar. It was no before the bar. And it's no now. The answer is, was, always will be, fuck you, no. Now, I don't like what you said. And as you said, you're going to walk away. Or I'm going to find out what your brain matter looks like. Got it?
Fine.
Good boy. And she slams the door.
You hear from just behind the door. This ain't gonna be the last time that you see me, Daddy.
No, but the next time will.
And then it just and with that, you're standing there. How do you feel? What do you do?
I feel so pissed off. Delilah is in my hand, and the anger overtakes me just a little bit, and then you just hear a as she breaks the handle in her hand before letting it go. I'm sorry, Delilah. I have to get your sister next. And then she just picks it up, throws it in the trash.
You hear from the other side of the door, rather than a knock or anyone entering the room, you just hear, "Call for the stage is 10 minutes, Tatiana. You ready?"
As I'll ever be. Let's get this show on the road. She cracks her neck.
And we're going to zoom back out just for a second. So, right between Gastown and Lonsdale Quay is what is known as the Sea Bus within Vancouver. It is a long, sort of a smaller ferry that runs between the two locations. Rolls over the water. Some days you can see seals that are just sort of lounging on the rocks by Lonsdale Quay, and it leads out to the sort of causeway that leads into Stanley Park, and it's one of the main access points for people that are just on foot to get to Gastown. And this is where we find DJ Metro coming from the Lonsdale Quay Hotel. DJ Metro is just trying to get where they're going. And what do they look like?
I'm here.
Absolutely.
If flirting and schmoozing had a physical form, that would be DJ Metro. I am just silently gliding through the other people on the ferry, smiling, patting shoulders, winking at those that seem receptive to it.
There's a noticeable air of sort of nighttime frivolity within the Sea Bus this evening, whether it be sort of an after effect of DJ Metro's very flirtatious and fun personality. The folks that are here seem quite receptive. You exchange a couple of numbers. There's a few people that add you on different socials. There's one girl that just does the old school, takes your arm, writes her number in your hand. There's a very serious tone shift as you slide past one particular individual. And could I please get a wits plus awareness, please?
Wits and awareness. Of course, drop one dice. I've got, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
You look over, and for just the barest moment, you see a facade fade off of an individual that's sitting. Their hood is up. They're wearing gray sweatpants, a black hoodie, very nondescript, minding their own, looking at their phone, and then you catch a glimpse of their face, and it becomes ugly, twisted, malformed, a breach. Very clearly something that you recognize.
Definitely don't need to waste trying to sense what it is, since I can see what it is. Does it seem to be paying me attention?
Your eyes lock for just a bare moment. And you notice something dangling from their ear as their eyes lock with yours. It's a sword in the symbol of an Ankh. And then you hear their voice come out to you. Sit with me.
I will silently get into the chair. How's it going, buddy?
Not as good as you, it would seem.
It's unfortunate, but unfortunate for you, I suppose. Fortunate for me. What can I help you with? Why do you want me to be sitting here? I assume you wanted me to notice you.
Just a happy little accident.
Oh.
But since we're here, I don't think we need a formal introduction, but do you understand what I am?
Yes and no. I know what you are, but I do not know who you are. And if you are wanting to chat with me, I assume you know who I am.
You're DJ Metro.
Yes. Did you need a ticket to the show tonight?
Oh no, I'll be there. I
Hope you
just
paid for a ticket. Don't sneak in through the fire escape, dude.
I'd never. What I'd like to know from you, I think, is a professional courtesy from one group of influence to another. How long are you going to be here? What is your business? And why haven't you had a meeting with the people that are above me?
Oh, well, first, hopefully not very long. I think we only have the one show booked here in Vancouver, and I would prefer to move on to the next town as soon as possible. Secondly, I'm not really familiar with the who's and where's and why's to find the people to talk to. I would assume that would be more of my band manager's forte, as he books our venues. I'm sure he knows more about the ins and outs of who we need to be kissing the rings for.
Right. Well, I think it would be a favor to me if you were to go to your band manager and tell him, when you arrive in Calgary, it's not going to be forgiven if you don't come say hi.
Okay. Will definitely do. The Vancouver people aren't so fussy, though.
We're going to give you one.
Okay.
If you come back or you decide to stay, that's another conversation. But we're going to give you this one. And as far as I am aware, it is only because of certain connections that are held within your group.
Okay. Well, then it's fortunate for us again, I guess.
Right. Have a good night, Metro.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
It should be okay.
And yeah, I guess it's not like we're hiding from you guys. It's pretty easy to see which cities we're playing at, so I'm sure there's more or less reputable folks who are just sneaking in the cities without wanting to be noticed. I don't think you could be any more noticeable than we are.
Break a leg.
All right.
And then he pulls his hood a little bit further down, and he just goes back to playing on his phone.
I'll slide out of the chair and go back to the bar on the ferry until we reach shore.
Absolutely. It's only a couple of minute ride.
Yeah, it's not a very long ferry.
No. So eventually you will reach the venue and start to get ready, set up your DJ equipment, or at least get, familiarized with like standing and where you need to be and yada yada, and you get into the part and parcel rigmarole that is a performance. And from there, we're going to zoom out once again, and then immediately zoom right back in to the Commodore Ballroom. We're backstage. We're sitting in a room that's a few doors down from the green room. Just a little meeting place. Wooden table, about 10 feet long. Chairs along either side. There's 2 people in the room. There's Douglas Duncern. And there's a man named Fergus. The lights are low, which is strange. They're all fluorescent, but for some reason, it seems as if shadows are encroaching in. Something a little sinister is in the air. What does Douglas look like?
Douglas is a guy. He's about probably 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. Hawaiian style shirt, tank underneath, sunglasses, even inside. And he's on his phone, texting a bunch of people. Non-stop flurry of motion. He's a Caucasian gentleman. He's very clearly some sort of management figure here for the band. He's just a constant flurry of motion, and he pauses for a moment, and he looks up at Fergus, and he's like, "Everything ready for tonight?"
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about something with you if you got the time. You said we could have an appointment before the show.
Yeah, of course.
You made me an offer a while ago. It was to get out
From under thumb.
I didn't want to. I don't want to work for him anymore. I can't keep working for the family. I can't. They're starting to ask me to do dark stuff, bad stuff to good people. I can't do it anymore. Dougie, I can't. It's too much. I need out. I'll do anything to get out.
Anything.
Anything. Doug, I've hurt people. I've killed people.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone too far. There was kids. It was bad. I had to burn a building. It was a mess. We were down in Boston. I can't do this anymore. I gotta get out.
You're asking me to get you out?
I wouldn't ask you this if it wasn't bad. I know how the family works. You know how the family works. It's not something, but you offered. Do you have a way out?
Look at me straight, Fergus.
His eyes meet yours.
You tell me you want out. I'm not gonna lie to you. The family makes me fucking sick too. It's part of the reason I came back to the band.
Okay. I want out.
I promise you, I will do everything in my power to get you out from under their thumb. All right?
And let me get back at him.
Of course.
I'll help you. Whatever we got to do, I'll help you out. Just give me anything. Give me a way to do it.
It's gonna get fucking hairy. It's not gonna be pretty.
I can handle it.
Do you have your shit together? You got your affairs in order?
My family's taken care of. I transferred all the money out, like you asked me to. I put my affairs aside. I'm totally zeroed, man. I got nothing. I got nothing left. No one's gonna find me. If you can hide me and you can keep them off me, as far as the world is concerned, I'm not Fergus anymore. I'm whoever you need me to. I'm whatever you need me to be.
All right. You still got that family heirloom? The one I asked you to keep, the knife?
Yeah, for sure. I've got it on me.
Perfect. All right. I'll take that off of you right now.
Okay, yeah, it's you'll keep it safe. This is special to me.
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah. And then he pulls out this dagger that's like very clearly old. A pearl handle engraved with a sort of image of Saint Maria. The blade itself is in a sheath that's filigreed and covered. There's an embossed letter on the actual hilt itself. He's like, "Here you go," and he hands it over to you.
Douglas takes it, kind of like tucks it in the back of his pants, and as he's doing so, he kind of like moves up and goes to hug Fergus.
He's like, "Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I owe you. I owe you so much. I owe you my life."
And as he says, "I owe you my life," he draws his last breath when Douglas plunges the dagger into his back.
He pulls back, and Fergus looks at Douglas, and he's like, "Why?" And then he collapses in your arms, and then hits his knees, and then lays down on the floor, and Fergus is dead.
Time to get to work, I suppose. And Douglas is going to cast an oblivion ritual to summon Fergus's soul right back into this room and bind him into service as a wraith.
The gauntlet between the living world and the world of the dead shudders for a second. There's a very familiar and a very unsettling feeling that comes over Douglas, one that you never really get used to. One that you don't really, even as a man who's dead, doesn't feel right in what's left of your soul.
That is a 1 on the rouse check. I gain a stain.
You gain a stain. It marks you. Cousin Fergus wasn't just family. Cousin Fergus was a friend. He was a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
And the lights in the building flicker. And you just hear this. And a ghastly form floats directly above the corpse of Cousin Fergus. You see pouring from the back from this undead wraith-like figure is some sort of Icarus fluid. Drips on the floor and then evaporates into the air. And Cousin Fergus looks at you, once alive moments ago, now dead and torn from the gauntlet. And he says, "So this is it."
Weird on the other side, isn't it?
You killed me.
I sure fucking did. I put you in a place where they can never touch you again.
I didn't sign up for this, Dougie. This isn't me. You took this from me.
Mm-hmm. And now you're in a place to get revenge where they can't touch you.
His face, his brow furrows. His pallid gray form flares up red, radiating a glow into the room, and his hand elongates into a shard of broken glass, and he plunges it into your chest. And I would like
he go. Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The second he goes to, I bend the handle of the knife.
His back arches. He's like, "Ah!"
Don't make me do that.
You'll give me my revenge.
Yes. You have my word. I promised I'd put you somewhere where they couldn't touch you and where you can work your vengeance from.
I'm gonna kill you, Dougie. And then the form of Cousin Fergus evaporates into nothing. The lights in the room stop flickering. And you realize that you have a corpse to clean up.
That I do, and I get to it.
We're going to zoom back out for a moment. The top of the Commodore Ballroom, the very top of the building, is very typical for the majority of buildings within the Vancouver metropolitan area. You've got your AC units, you've got your lightning rods, there's a few radio transponders, there's a entrance hatch that leads from the roof to the downstairs, and it's right here that we find Finn. Finn, you're standing on the roof. There's no one around. You don't really understand what's going on underneath the building, but you did hear sort of a electrical hum, a little as something flickered down below. But other than that, the night seems pretty typical. What's Finn doing on the roof? And what do you look like?
Finn is more than likely just leaning out, looking over the city, drinking a beer. Cheapest beer he could find.
You're lucky. It's on the house tonight.
He's not chugging it back, but he's just taking his time and admiring the lights of the city at nighttime. Finn is maybe just slightly above average height, quite a thin build, mid to late 20s, so he's definitely more into the goth slash emo aesthetic of 90s rock and stuff like that. Long white dyed hair that he flows back and sometimes comes around and shapes his face. Lots of jewelry, rings. Doesn't like t-shirts too much, wears just a vest for his shows. Bright blue eyes and a very confident demeanor that only comes out on stage. Otherwise, he's very quiet and stoic.
You're looking out across the Vancouver skyline. Water stretches out before you. Streets below filled with crushed humanity. Cars drive by. People laugh. People cry. Steam rises from vents in the sewers. You hear a voice come from behind you. Hey, scumbag.
I'll just turn around.
It's Reese.
What's up? What are you doing here?
I'm just keeping an eye on you. I'm not here to interrupt your show. But I need you to know that it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm onto you. And I know you. And as you turn around, you see Reese. He's the detective that's been following you around for some time now. He likes to dress himself up as some sort of noir hero. He's wearing a black pleated jacket, white dress shirt underneath, slacks, thin black belt, dress shoes, pistol on his hip.
I'm gonna lean back against the edge. Detective Reese, or from what I've heard, ex-detective. What do you think you're gonna find?
I think I'm gonna find out exactly what I've been looking for. I'm gonna find out that you and your little band are up to no good. And that you hurt people. I've been following the trail, Finn. I've been on you since day one. And we're right near the end. You all come back together, right in time for what? For what?
I wasn't part of this band to begin with, man.
Yeah, so why are you here? I know these people too.
I needed a job.
Yeah. Or you found a crowd that you fit right into. Like a disgusting little puzzle piece.
Everything's a conspiracy, hey?
It's not a conspiracy if I'm right. I've found people like you.
You can't prove it.
Oh, I'm gonna find everything that you don't want me to see.
Reese, let me ask you something. Is this worth your entire life? You've already lost your career, your family. You're traveling all over the country following me.
Don't
For
you
what?
talk about my family. Listen, I'm not here so that you can talk about what I've done. Me, I'm a loyal man, trying to help people, trying to save people, trying to keep people safe from monsters like you, predators, disgusting little worms wriggling in the underbelly of every city that you travel through.
All I do is play music. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, because there's not a long history of musical artists that prey on innocent people.
Isn't the domestic violence rate among cops like 65%?
I didn't touch my wife. And
Sure
you
you
don't know me.
You don't know me, clearly.
You're
God forbid a
deflecting.
kid wants to get out of a piece of shit hometown, hey?
He takes a couple of steps towards you. I think you were exactly in the place that you fucking deserve.
And
it's
now so are you.
Yeah, always something witty. Keep on your best behavior. One toe out of line, and I'm gonna throw you in the fucking slammer. I still got friends on the force. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be watching the show tonight. I'll have a beer for you. And then he turns around and he walks down the into the hatch that leads into the actual Commodore ballroom. And then what does Finn do?
He snickers to himself, throws back the rest of his beer, crushes the can, and just drops it.
You get a
head towards the green room.
You get a ring on your phone. Ring,
Is it a
ring.
call or a text?
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. It's a call.
Oh, I'll answer it.
Answer it. Hey, it's just Pete, the venue manager. I was just wondering if you're going to be ready to roll. Everybody else is pretty much on scene. Toddy's in the green room. Astrid's made their way there. DJ Metro just walked through the door, and Reg might need a minute. He's picking broken glass out of his shoe. But yeah, no, and Doug's in the back. So everybody's ready when you are.
Yeah, as long as my guitar's tuned. I'm just on the roof. I can be down in any moment.
Yeah, that girl's been taking care of all your stuff. As far as she told me, everything's ready.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll come on down.
Click. So it's in the green room that everybody meets. It's a tight space. There's a couple of couches. There's some food on the table, and everybody sort of arrives right around the same time, maybe within a minute or two of one another.
Reg is definitely on his fourth beer in the green room and is just eating all of the meats. Like any little tiny meat, like meat and cheese and crackers. He's just like wolfing them down. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing fancy, but you're absolutely smashing some pepperoni sticks. There's like those little like turkey pepperoni bites. You got like little cheeses. It's basically an ever so slightly higher class Lunchable spread.
I love this shit. I look over. I look over at Dougie. I fucking love this shit.
Douglas is disgusted.
Douglas, who just killed a man, gets grossed out by the Lunchables.
Here's the thing, Aaron. Douglas, who just killed a man, and because I have an iron gullet, took a little drink out of him to take the edge off. He was fucking dead.
Oh my god.
Disgusted by the Lunchables.
Finn just walks up to him and pats him on the back. We all know you like sausages, but he goes and sits down.
Well, I'm gonna take that from the newbie, Reg.
Hey, what does that mean?
I'm just sitting on the couch, just losing it, just laughing.
Astrid, shut up. Finn, what the hell does that mean?
At least the food's gone. We don't have to like flush it in the toilet or some shit.
I mean, I was appreciating the fact that Reg was eating it, but
Aren't you gonna throw that up later?
No. What do you wait? You guys throw this shit up?
if I eat, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. You enjoy all the cheese.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't do cheese.
Does
really?
that get you a little
fucking line?
Are you
I am a carnivore who drinks beer.
Carnivore?
That explains the Ritz
Guys.
crackers.
Get in the zone. It's
Yeah,
almost
we got
Oh,
you.
lunchtime.
Finn, fuck off. I live
This
in
is
the
us
zone.
getting in the zone.
Yeah. This is the zone. You need to get in the zone.
Hey, by the way, we might have issues with Josh. He showed up.
Oh yeah,
Gross.
Elliot's here too. So,
What is this,
you know.
family fucking reunion?
Apparently.
My fun stalker. He's gonna cause problems. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
First night of the tour, I guess we could assume that we're gonna attract attention.
But like, guys, we're back. We're back.
We are
I mean,
absolutely
you guys are
back.
back. I'm kind of new here, so.
Well, welcome to the crew, newbie.
Yeah. First
I'm gonna
rule.
pat him on the
Don't-
head.
First rule. Don't tell Reg what to do. Only Taddy can do that.
I
Doug.
didn't
And Dougie sometimes.
tell you what to do, though.
Well,
It's
So you did say
it's
get
just a
ready,
good
get stick focused. So I mean, that's technically telling him.
It's
what to
just
do.
it's just a good it's a good guideline. If you tell him what
Yeah.
to do, he gets a little punchy.
People,
Astrid
yeah,
gets
people
it.
who tell Reg what to do, like, he's...
What?
Oh God.
Douglas walks over.
10 minutes.
Ah.
It's
All right.
15.
All right.
That means 15 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
guys,
you
do we have an
You
opener?
can't be punctual, or
Yeah.
else.
Okay, we need like a set list. What songs are we playing again?
Douglas
Um,
hands the sheet out.
Oh, nice, Dougie.
Dougie,
No.
you're all
Oh, we
organized.
can't. We can't
Goddamn
open.
fucking right I am.
Doug, we can't open with Bloodsport.
What?
That's
Speaking of
gotta
organized,
come.
Doug.
That's
What's
gotta
that?
come at the end.
What was
It
that,
could also
Metro?
be the encore song.
So you got us all set up for this tour. Did
Uh-huh.
you make sure to make the extra arrangements required for us to be going to these major cities that might have powerful people wanting
You mean
us
fucking
to
Camarilla?
kiss the ring? Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh.
They might fuck with
They
our
don't like
tour
me.
later on if we don't have these meetings.
Come
I'll take it.
From
on.
what I was
I don't want to go to the meetings. They don't
We're
like
good.
me.
politely reminded of earlier.
Metro, you want
Oh.
us to go and kiss
Oh,
Cammy
like-
ass? Really?
I'm not saying I want to. I'm saying that if we don't, it's going to cause problems.
They might
Yeah.
eat us or something.
You know them well enough, Reg.
They're going to give us a freebie here, but
Oh, is
our
that what they
next,
told you?
Our next gig, we're going to need to make sure we cover our.
How did I end up here?
Those boot-licking fucks. Alright, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, super.
Are any of them going to be here tonight?
Yes, at least one,
We know who?
probably more.
Could we just stake him?
I wouldn't
Uh,
advise it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be easy to
You
find.
feel like kicking a hornet's nest?
Yeah.
No,
No, that's a dumb question to ask you.
Reg. No,
Okay.
down boy.
Uh-huh.
This is a hornet's nest on crack.
This is a hornet.
Okay.
Bigger teeth.
Yeah.
Why don't you just...
Man,
Take your
you should have been
anything.
with me in Sri Lanka, Reg, because you would have had a blast.
Why didn't you reach out?
Well, because I wasn't really expecting it.
Oh.
Any
I
of
get it.
you?
But that's the kind of carnage you would have rather enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
said
About
last
10 minutes
time.
ago.
See, the doorman knows.
He
The
gets
doorman
it.
gets it.
He
The
gets it.
doorman gets it. All right. Should we
Do I
get,
know who's knocking at the door, Aaron?
Yeah, it's the venue manager.
Okay, it is.
Yeah,
All right.
Pete.
All right.
Finn's just gonna be like,
Who's warming up the
I'm just
crowd
gonna go
tonight?
touch up my makeup. I'll be right back.
Does anybody know the
Okay.
people
got 10
warming up the
minutes.
crowd?
Who's our opener?
Apparently we got 15.
The opener for the evening, everybody knows, is a prog rock band called Spite.
I know. I heard those guys. They're sick.
Not
Why couldn't we
bad.
get protesting
Not bad.
here?
I'm gonna go do a quick preliminary sweep and make sure we're all good.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk out to a place where I can see most of the venue, Aaron.
Uh huh.
And I'm going to use shadow perspective.
Okay.
Sort of cast my senses out into the Commodore Theater and look around and see who I can see kind of sneaking around. Because I do also have Sense the Unseen if I need it.
Okay.
I'll work that as well.
Give me the test.
Okay. So perspective. Oh, that's level 3. So it's just a rouse check for shadow perspective. I succeed, so fine. And then I will roll Sense the Unseen, which is active search, so that'll be resolve and aspects. Which for me is pretty. Oh, it's not as good. Go. That will be 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
You're scanning the room, you're looking through shadows, and you push your consciousness, your perception into a very tight corner of the mezzanine of the ballroom. And in a booth that happens to have no people in it, there's a few things that you notice before you actually get into the nitty-gritty of perusing into the supernatural, and that's the venue's packed right to the nuts. There are people everywhere. Every seat is taken. The floor is completely full, and probably about 70 to 80% of the entire crowd are wearing Blood Rush merch of some sort. T-shirts, hoodies, armbands, backpacks. There's one guy that's got he's got his shirt off. He's ripped, just shredded, 3% body fat, clearly on trend. Big pectoral tattoo of the Blood Rush logo. There's all sorts of folks that are from all walks of life, and they're all here to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And you push through all of them, and you're trying your best through the sensory overload of this experience to try and find something that doesn't want to be found. And you push into this corner of the mezzanine, you throw your perception into this shadow, and in a booth away from everyone that just happens to be empty is a man sitting there in sweatpants and a black hoodie. Completely unseen. You're looking at him, it looks like he blends in, almost like a chameleon, into the surroundings, and then you just see the outline. And then the outline fades away, and then you see him.
I'll sort of lean up against the wall that I'm standing right next to and stare right at him. Does he notice me?
Are you making any efforts not to be seen?
No?
No? Then yes, he looks at you. His eyes come up from his phone.
Sort of
And he looks at
smile a little.
He looks at you. And you see his face.
Mm-hmm.
No nose, open nostrils, furrowed brow, scaled, covered in ridges, ears cropped, a gigantic tumorous growth on one side of his face, veins, like varicose veins, striating from his the tumor on his face down his neck. Very clearly a breach, but unseen to anything other than you.
I'm going to kind of let the moment hang for another moment or two, and then I make my way over to the bar and start getting some drinks on the tab for the band, for like the VIP pass people and all that kind of stuff. And as I'm walking over, I'm going to have Slink make his way up and keep an eye on the breach in the booth up there.
Okay. Slink just makes their way up, passes through the feet, and of the entire crowd crawls and goes up the stairs and just plants themselves right underneath the table of the booth that the individual is sitting at.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to make a stealth roll for them?
I would like a stealth roll, please. Can you describe Slink?
Oh, yeah. So Slink is a homunculus, which is a oblivion ritual that creates a homuncular servant. And I think Slink, for tonight, is the hand of one Fergus that has been taken and turned into a homunculus.
So this creature goes very much like the Addams Family trope of thing, just from one side of the bar to the other, up the stairs, little hops, just.
Right, I need to roll stealth. Slink doesn't have hunger dice, does?
Slink does not have hunger dice.
Holy shit. That is a critical success
Okay.
for 5.
Okay, so Slink slinks.
Slink slinks.
Yeah, Slink is slunking. All right. Okay. And then everybody else that's in the green room.
Go time.
10 minutes.
Go time. Let's go. That's the third warning.
That's the. We might as well go.
Astrid, how's my eyeliner?
It's good. How's mine?
Fantastic.
You both look great.
Awesome.
Let's go.
You look good too, Reg. Don't worry.
I know.
So,
Fucking crush it.
so you all get to the actual, like, right behind backstage. You're all handed your equipment. Reg, all you've got on you is drumsticks, but like Finn, you've got your guitar on you. Astrid, you're holding the bass. Taddy, you're given the microphone for the evening. It is your. Please describe your microphone stand.
Okay. So, the microphone stand that Taddy has is, Jonathan Davis, that very beautiful,
Oh yeah, the sort of elongated.
the long, yeah,
Mhm.
the elongated, almost. I believe it was made by the same guy who directed Aliens.
No, designed it. HRDJ.
Designed it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, very similar to that. But instead of a alien-esque design, it is more of a, for lack of a better term, a succubus. It is long wings that go up that hold the microphone, and then it is chest up, no coverage whatsoever, and it is made in a blackened silver design that goes down to the stand, and the stand is just a solid black base, basically.
Excellent. You guys, all of you hear the thrum of the crowd as Spite plays. You hear the last couple of songs of their set sort of fade out, and then silence comes over the crowd. And you hear the announcer come over the intercom. For the first time in 2 decades, they're back with us tonight. It's time. It's been so long. They split apart, but it was the love of the game that brought them back together. Reg Sanches, Astrid Black, DJ Metro, and Tatiana Pierce. Joined tonight for the first time by Finn Goodhart. All right, everybody, give it up for Blood Rush!
Reg is going to climb up one of the, like, you know how they have like the big metal like
Scaffold?
poles for all the speakers and everything?
Yes. Yep.
He's gonna just start climbing up, and he's gonna make his entrance from there.
Awesome. Give me an athletics.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be dexterity plus athletics.
Can it be strength?
It could be strength. Yeah, I could see it be. I could definitely see it be strength. Well, yeah, dexterity just because like monkey climbing in my head.
Use them triceps.
I see what you're after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just use upper body. There's no legs. You just.
Okay.
Legs just dangling.
So that's 3 successes, but a 1 on my hunger die. But I succeed, so it's not messy, right?
You can spend a willpower.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, 3 successes.
Yeah, 3 successes is fine. Yeah. Yeah, you get up to the top, and the crowd erupts. You all have very vivid memories of your time in the limelight as Blood Rush. You played the biggest venues all over Canada. You did North America tours. You hit Europe. You've been in some of the biggest stages of the world, whether you were an opening act, whether you were the main attraction. You've had thousands of people call your name, and it has been decades since you felt that thrill. Some of you tried to go off and do your own sort of solo thing, but that rush was never like this, and it's back. You feel it. Everyone's chanting your name. Everyone is losing their minds. They're just chanting, "Blood Rush, Blood Rush, Blood Rush." And you hear the absolute thrum of the crowd. It is electric. Finn, you've never experienced something like this. This is your first real show with Blood Rush, and you have everyone calling for you to play. Keeping that in mind, Reg is standing on the top of the scaffolding. How does everyone else enter? Do you just come through the backstage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I just walk on normally.
Yeah.
Douglas is at the bar chanting, nail polish up, like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Blood rush, handing out shots and drinks.
I'm gonna come in through the back curtains, ducked down, so that nobody sees me come on stage, and I just also stand up behind the.
Ooh, give me a stealth.
Okay.
Absolutely. That'll be dexterity plus stealth.
I do have that skill. That is 2 successes.
2 successes, more than enough for what you're trying to do. You skulk underneath the curtain's edge and sort of soldier crawl up to the DJ's booth, and then just rise. As DJ Metro rises and Tatiana comes from off stage, and Astrid directly beside her, Finn, guitar in hand.
I'm going to play an improvised tap solo while I come out.
Oh yeah, dude! Give me a performance. Give me that perform. That's gonna be a charisma plus performance.
I'm also gonna come out and doing the fist pump in the air, trying to get people excited more so than they are. You know, rabble rouse.
Everyone matches Tatiana's pose. Just as Tatiana pumps their fist in the air, everyone follows suit, and you hear people shouting your name. Tatiana! Teddy! Notice me! Someone's got a big sign that just says that just says plain as day, show your tits. Like it's just it is pandemonium as you enter the ballroom.
Oh goodness.
5
I
successes.
point to the sign. 5 successes.
Okay,
5.
yeah.
I
5
got a
successes.
5 on my hunger dice, though.
You don't have.
That's
No
okay.
worries.
No, that's okay. That'll come
As long
into
as it's
play
not
when
a
you
1 or a 10 on your hunger die, you're fine.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you're playing this solo, the we'll 1 second. Taddy, you pointed to the sign.
Yeah, I pointed the sign and I put the mic up to my mouth. Say, "We'll see how the night goes."
As Tatiana says this, Finn starts to just shred, and the din of the crowd just slowly comes back and quiets down. And as all eyes are on Finn, what does Reg do?
How far is the jump? How far is the drop?
It's about 20 feet.
I need you to hit that double kick right as you land.
I would like you, before you make a decision, realize that you're a daredevil and you are a vampire and you know you'll be fine.
I'm gonna stick my drumstick into the curtain.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ride the curtain all the way down. And as I land, I'm just gonna smash the cymbals.
Errol Flynn.
The whole crowd. The improvised solo dies out as Reg slams down, and the crowd goes insane once again. I would like Tatiana, anyone that's on front stage, that would be Tatiana, Astrid, and Finn, to give me awareness, please. Wits plus awareness.
Can I make one as well, since
dear.
I'm still using shadow perspective?
I don't even know if I have enough
Yeah.
dice.
Absolutely, you can. That's a good
one
problem to
success.
have. That's a good problem to have. I don't know if I have enough dice for this.
Awareness roll is 7, so
Awareness
Like,
roll
that's
is
not-
3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got a 1.
2 successes.
2 successes. Perfect.
successes are 6 and above, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 1, 2,
3 successes for me.
4. 4 successes for me.
4 successes for you.
Yeah.
The only person who notices is Finn. There is someone that you've only heard described standing at the banister of the mezzanine. You've heard about Astrid Stalker before. Her would-be boyfriend. The man who follows her around and insists that they're together. And that is Elliot. She has told you probably 24 times what this slimy motherfucker looks like. Astrid, could you please describe Elliot for me?
He looks like every other Jersey Shore reject, basically. He's very pretty.
Gross.
He's very pretty, and he's got very nice muscles. It was a moment of weakness, okay?
Fake tan.
Oh, fake tan. Like
Fake tan.
backwards baseball hat, but it's flat.
Oh.
And like
Oh.
not all the way backwards. Oh yeah, no, not even all the way backwards. Kind of like
Oh, yuck.
I'm
Okay.
disappointed.
Finn
in
is
you.
gonna walk up to the closest microphone, point to him.
Uh-huh.
I'll give anybody who helps drag that guy out of here a package of
just like
a package of strings signed by the entire band.
Gonna look at Finn like,
There's-
that's my mic. Bro.
yes.
Did you?
Oh,
There's a moment of pause. Everyone looks around in confusion for a moment. And then there's about 24 people that descend on Elliot. Everyone
Yes.
everyone here worships you. There isn't more than a moment hesitation to recognize who you're pointing out. And then Elliot's like, you can't even hear him over the crowd. You just And then
Yes.
and then he's gone.
Suiting.
Douglas is immediately on a radio with security, just going, all right, let's get that under control once it's done.
Yes, sir. And then the chant comes back. Blood rush, blood rush, blood rush. And I'm not going to force anyone to sing
Thank
or
God.
anything like that. Can I please get a performance from every single person here?
Myself
Absolutely.
included.
No, not you, Douglas.
All right. Here's what I'm doing while they're performing, Aaron.
No, you made your perform before. It was perform horror.
While they launch into the first song, I'm e-transferring the venue owner for the curtain that Reg described.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
And then also setting up the merch that he just promised to whoever helped drag that dude
Oh,
down.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Fantastic.
literally and honestly, we will give the strings, the signed strings, to any person who says they helped.
Yeah.
They're just strings. I'm sure we can afford them.
Yeah.
We're pairing with charisma,
Well,
Aaron.
no, strings get
Oh, I'm
pretty
sorry. Yeah. So here's the thing.
We didn't say they were good strings.
There are certain ways to go. I should have prefaced this. There are certain ways to go about this performance. Some of you are more charismatic performers. Some of you are more technical performers. You can take, if you don't feel that it's going to be a charisma-based performance, then feel free to give me a perform check that is using a different attribute. It is still going to be a performance, but if it's going to be like, for example, if Reg is going to do a very long, elongated drum solo or something like that, that might be stamina. If Finn is going to shred his heart out and do some of the most technical guitar work that he's ever done, even just to change it up, then that's probably dexterity. If DJ Metro is going to throw a complete spin on things and work with some experimental sounds that people have never heard before, that may be intelligence. These sorts of things can be subbed in instead of just charisma.
Use
I am
manipulation, trick people into
absolutely
liking.
going to do dexterity, charisma. I gotta prove myself to the fan base.
It would be dexterity.
Dexterity performance.
I knew what you meant. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna go clockwise, so we're gonna start with Finn.
Okay.
Also, keep in
I
mind,
got
if you
my hunger
have
dice.
it, you can spend willpower for this.
Yeah, keep in mind
I am
willpower.
going to spend a willpower for sure.
Got you.
I don't need to. That's
Bad
5
manager,
successes.
buddy.
I don't need to.
Five
many-
successes.
Yeah.
How many
I
dice
use-
can I re-roll
I have
with
3
willpower?
dex,
Up to
and I have
3
4
non-hunger
performance. So that's
Absolutely.
7 dice.
This is sort of your guys' wheelhouse.
Crit?
Okay.
We got a crit.
What did you get? Because if you roll as
I'm
good
gonna
as me,
wait,
that's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
wait.
awesome.
I'm going to wait.
Okay,
If you-
we'll go round
I
table.
think
We'll
this
go
is a
round
really
table.
good roll, but I have no idea.
We'll keep it. Okay, so you have 5.
Finn has 5.
Finn has 5. So Finn is shredding, absolutely murdering on the guitar, to the point where, like, let's put it this way, just to put things into perspective. The amount of dice that plausibly could be thrown would be 10. Let's say you have maxed in the attribute and maxed in the, so the median, an average 10 out of 10 player is hitting 5s. This is a technical performance, very impressive. Everyone is rapt attention instantly. Reg, what did you roll?
With the willpower? 7.
Oh my God!
7
Okay.
successes.
Okay. You destroy. You end off. You're slapping the skins with such an absolute authority. You feel it. You feel it in your soul that you're back. This isn't just a physical moment for you. This became spiritual. And you understand that this is going to set the tone for the next legs of the tour. And you need everyone to feel the thrum and the beats of Reg Sanj's hitting the skins. And to the point where at the end of one of the last solos, you just pierce the skin, smash through them. The drum kit's ruined. And a couple more are wheeled on so that you can finish the night. The crowd erupts. Astrid, what did you get?
I got 4 successes. I got 2 10s, and one of them was my hunger die.
Oh,
That's
a critical.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There is
So
a
that's 6 successes. And
There's
it's a messy critical.
6 successes. You
Okay.
lay down one of the most awe-inspiring bass lines that you've ever heard. It would put Primus to shame. It would put the people in Tool into the ground. You destroy this performance, and you're in the moment, and you're looking down at the crowd, and the crowd is filled with people right in the front row, reaching up to you, and everything is rushing back. All of the long nights, all of the days spent on the road leading to these crystalline moments of godhood on stage with people chanting your name, and you see someone in the crowd. He's a good-looking guy. He's got muscles like Elliot, but he doesn't look like a douche. He's wearing plaid like you. He looks.
We like plaid. We do like plaid.
He looks young and happy and full of life, and his hands are reaching up to you. And you bring him on stage. You grab his hand and you bring him in for a deep, long kiss.
Look at me go.
But there's just something there for a moment, and you lose a bit of the control, and you bite his lip. And he starts to bleed, and it gets on your mouth, and then you drop him back as he recoils in pain from the bite, and he falls into the crowd, not to be seen again.
Oh, sad day.
And
Douglas is already calling to have him taken care of.
And as you
find him, find him.
I have to get his phone number. Out of it.
Make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that Astrid gets his contact info. And you stand up on stage, and you're a little bit absent for a whole song, but you realize that you have blood dripping down your chin. And you surreptitiously wipe it away.
Douglas has one of the roadies kind of get right in the back of the stage, so in between songs.
Sure. Tatiana, what'd you get? 6. Jesus, people! These are insane performances.
It's our first show back.
This is what we're made to do, baby.
This is literally what you're made to do. This is actually what you're made to do. So, okay.
It's also my specialty.
Oh, what was your specialty again?
Vocals.
Oh, fuck.
Vocals.
It's my specialty too.
Oh yeah, that was my specialty too.
Oh my goodness, people!
What does specialty do again?
Add a die.
An extra
One
die.
extra dice.
One extra dice. Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
I got another success.
Okay,
Hey!
I do not. I stay at 5.
Okay. Reg, is that
Oh.
8?
That's a crit. That's a crit. So that's 10
Nice.
successes.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
That's-
it would be 10.
It's
That's-
the greatest
that's
drum
10.
performance in
That's 10.
human history.
Amazing.
I rolled a fucking 10.
We'll round back to Reg. So Tatiana, you rolled 6.
Mm-hmm.
Your performance is vibrant. It's full of life. You feel for just the length of one song. You start off, and it's pretty. It feels good. You're back. This is what you did. This is why You were a band. Everyone was back together. All of the troubles from before, all of the trauma, everything that threw everyone apart fades away. You're on stage again. Everyone is roaring for you. And for the length of one full song, you feel alive. Not in any sort of metaphorical way. You feel for just one glorious moment this dried, vitreous husk of a heart. You feel it beat and push blood into the rest of your body, whether it was unconscious or not. You feel alive again. And everyone just screams. DJ Metro, what did you roll?
With my willpower expenditure, I also end up with 7 successes.
7 successes too.
Fucking go.
Let's fucking go. We're gods.
This is insane. This
We're
is
the best.
this is actually an
We're the best band in
unprecedented.
the world. We're
I
the best band in the world.
clearly.
And this is why fuck Gary.
Yeah. Who needs Gary?
Douglas,
Fucking
I would like
Josh.
to point out, Douglas has obviously found out that Gary was here. He's just grinning from ear to ear at the thought of Gary seeing this
Right.
and not partaking.
He's gonna be so mad. He's gonna send more grenades after us.
Oh my god. DJ Metro, you feel in a very spiritual way in tune with the music that you're playing, and then you're back in Sri Lanka. You're playing, you're with all of your people, and there's all of this excess and violence and gore and all of those incredible feelings that you had, the wanton feeding. A rush of memories come back that you thought were gone, and it feels good. This feels like what you needed. And can I get a rouse check out of you?
Yes. I succeed.
You succeed? Without thinking, I'd like you to give me an illusion.
It's funny because I was actually going to do that as soon as you stopped talking.
We're on the... Oh! But
Same wavelength.
keep in mind, the memories that are flooding through you are what I said.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Get a little impromptu pyrotechnic show here, do we?
Something like that.
Something like that. 1, 2. I got 3 successes on Fata Morgana. Oh, I get 1 more dice. Sorry. 4 successes on Fata
Hey,
Morgana.
no.
Nice.
Okay. What does everyone see?
There will be, like the lightning that Tesla coils do.
Oh yeah.
So there'll be it'll look like artificial lightning arcing from my fingertips as I'm striking the keys and jumping from one device to the other and arcing up into the rafters above me.
There's a moment of silence that comes over the crowd as DJ Metro grabs the attention of everyone present. There's oohs, there's ahs, there's people looking on And then to break that silence, you just hear from the back a beautiful young person shout out, DJ Metro have my babies! And then the rest of the song kicks in and everyone goes back to it. And
I was
then it
about to
kinda
ask if I could
fades.
roll subterfuge to make it me saying DJ Metro. Oh my god.
We're gonna round back real quick to Reg. Reg, you have something come over you. It's very animalistic, sincere weaving of the art that you're performing and the person that's behind it. And you feel very deep inside you a guttural, feral urge. You haven't done this in 2 decades. You got to crowd surf.
Yeah, baby. You read my fucking mind.
All right.
Yeah. Reg drums. He finds the right moment. He points at Astra and he goes, "All right, don't let me down," and just fucking runs, grabs Finn by the back of his chest and dives into the crowd.
So you dragged me with you?
Oh yeah, baby.
This is
And I look at you and I go, "It's time, newbie."
Finn looks absolutely terrified, but he's willing.
this is your very first crowd surf. Reg, this is your first crowd surf in 2 decades, and it's brought on by this apotheosis of drumming prowess.
I walk on the crowd. I don't even surf. I just fucking walk over them. I find the right spots, and I'm just like, yeah.
Finn, you're being groped, grabbed, touched, held up by this crush of humanity underneath you. It is electric. You haven't felt this warmth of flesh and just sanguine, glorious, humane energy ever before in your life, and it is intoxicating. There are people here that are chanting to you. They're saying your name. They're just like, Finn, oh my god, it's Finn Gunnar. And then you hear like a couple of people in the back. And it's a tone that is incredibly different. And it just shocks out over the entire crowd. Remember his name. And then as one, the entire crowd, probably 1,000 people, well over the fire code capacity, just shouts out, Finn Goodhart! And you're taken to the
chills.
back. And then you're taken to the back. Reg, you're standing in the middle of the ballroom, held up by at least 24 people, 48 hands on your legs and thighs, holding you aloft, and you see it and you sense it. There is an object sailing towards you. It's glorious and glistening, and it is 3/4 of a cup of beer.
Yeah.
Sailing right
Better.
toward you. Give me a dexterity plus athletics.
Okay. That's only
As
one
Finn
success.
gets to the-
I'm using willpower. Screw it.
Yeah, you are.
You get superficial willpower back equal to your composure or resolve, whichever's higher.
It's fine,
at the end
it's
of the
fine.
session.
2 successes, baby.
2 successes, about a third of what's in the cup sloshes over you and the crowd, but it's shaky. It's not a clean grab, but you have it. It's in your hand.
I chugged that shit.
Down the beer. Nothing. Not blood, not wine, not the most sweet ambrosia that has ever touched your lips tastes like that. Beer covered in the saliva of another individual. It is divine. And then you fall on your back and you are transported gently on the hands of angels back to the stage. And
As Finn hits the back of the room, Douglas just hands him a bottle of beer.
just a sneaky, just like, oh. Like, Finn, you get back to the stage with a bottle?
Douglas
Finn's
just looks
going
at you and
to
he's
take-
like, play a little slide for him, kid.
Finn is going to chug this beer, smash it against his head,
Yeah!
and then direct the crowd for me to get back to stage.
The crowd takes you back to the stage. And it's time for the end of the set. Everyone's played their part. The crowd roars for an encore. Do you deliver?
Yes.
What kind of question is that?
You
I'd
walk
kill
off.
them all myself if they didn't.
You walk off the stage. That's
believe
it,
you would.
everybody. And then you come back for the encore and you play a couple more songs, and everyone is just as energetic as they were before. The night's going on. The alcohol and the drugs are flowing. The people are just mad with this fervent, almost worshipful energy for Blood Rush. And then it's over. The music stops. And everyone dies down just a little bit, and it's time to leave the stage. Does anyone say anything?
I walk up and I have my drumsticks in my hand and I look at Tatty and I just hold out my hand for the mic and I go, "May I?"
You may.
Yo,
And
that
I take the mic, I walk up and I take my drumsticks and I throw them into the crowd and I go, "Who are we?"
just Blood Rush, Blood Rush, and you see the most unfortunate sight that you've seen that entire evening. It's Josh. And he's standing in the middle of the crowd. And he's the one that catches your drumsticks. And you see him, and then you hear his voice in your ear. An answer. Blood Rush. And then he just fades back into the crowd.
Finn is literally going to rip off his choker, throw it out of the crowd.
Yeah.
That, his vest, that, both of his fucking shoes, and then just lifts his guitar in the air and then walks off stage.
There
I'm looking for
is.
the-
Go ahead.
I'm looking for the people with the sign from earlier.
The sign is
Yeah.
half tattered. It's covered in mystery liquid. The guy that was holding it up, still triumphant, still standing right at the front now.
Perfect.
And he
I
looks-
look at him.
Uh-huh.
I point at him. Said, "This one's for you," and I just lift
He's like,
one up, and then I walk off stage.
Down the one. blood starts coming out of the one nostril, and he's like, and then you
I
hear
just
it.
made that man's life.
You hear him. He's like, I just saw an angel, and you just you've made his whole
and
life.
as a note, so the bra does cover up a lot of the underside. As she pulls it up,
Yeah.
you see a large under the breast tattoo, and it is of a spider web with a black widow in the center.
Oh, that is metal.
And for those who are wondering, they are pierced.
Oh yeah, they were wondering. They were
Yeah.
wondering.
They were wondering.
All I can think is about how much that would hurt.
Nothing clean, baby.
Beauty is pain. Does Astrid or DJ Metro do anything before leaving the stage?
I'm gonna give Josh the finger and walk away.
Ooh.
Just be like,
As he fades back into the crowd, he's just.
yeah, just doesn't even look, just gives him the finger, walks.
Oh yeah.
I'll just keep music kind of slowly fading in the background and be the last one to leave the stage as people are leaving the auditorium.
Do you
Just kind of like,
Nobody's gonna leave the auditorium if you're still on the stage.
do you try to disappear the way that you appeared?
oh yeah, of course.
Give me that sweet stealth.
Yes.
You say that only because I
Uh-huh.
rolled good.
Well,
My dice pools are not.
That's a little
this is
hard
not
for-
this is not a hard thing to do.
Also, you could
like-
do the thing where you make a rouse check.
You can rouse, you can rouse to boost attributes. That is a thing.
I got one success this time.
One success. Let's see. Everybody's got their eyes on you. Let's see. But you are on upstage. That is a 1, a 2, and a 4.
Beautiful.
DJ Metro disappears the same way that he appeared. And gone. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my god. As everyone's filtering out, Aaron, I want to check in
Yeah.
with Slink, and I want to see the look on this Breach's face
He looks
from
at you.
the show.
Sure. You use your shadow perception. You reach
Yeah.
back out. And he's looking down at you.
Uh-huh.
He just shakes his head. That's it.
All right. I sort of just put my hands together like this.
And then as you, he's like,
I reach out and catch it, pull it real close to my chest.
he's like
And I make sure everything gets cleaned up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Dougie likes to party, but he keeps it tight.
Yeah, he runs a very tight ship.
Yeah.
That really is the end of the evening, folks. There's nothing else to say. The people loved you. The last thing that we'll do right before we finish off, just to sort of set the tone for what you'd be doing in the evening of the next nights, etc., etc. How do you spend the rest of this night? And we'll go clockwise once again. We'll start with Finn. How does Finn spend the rest of his evening?
He's absolutely like bringing like a fucking case of beer and headed to the roof.
Uh-huh.
Like, holy shit.
You are met on the roof by a collection of rabid fans that see you standing at the edge of the rooftop. Like people, like
I'm
there's
still
people
barefoot
everywhere.
in nothing but jeans.
For
So-
sure, you're joined by probably 24 fans that climb the side of the building to get to you, and you spend the majority of the evening there. But keeping in mind that dawn is approaching, and that is a very dangerous thing for you. You do, at some point,
Okay, I don't have that merit. Never mind.
no,
I thought I did.
no. It is going to come to a point where you do need to go back to somewhere safe. How does Reg spend the rest of his night?
Oh, baby. So Reg walks out of backstage, and just knows from tonight's performance that there's people waiting for him.
Oh, yeah.
And he bursts through the door and he goes, "So, who wants to party with the man?"
You hear an absolute destructive decibel level that erupts from about 100 people waiting for you.
Yeah, Reg leads them all back to like where the tour bus is, and like lets them part, like sets up a big speaker, plays a little bit more like casual tunes into the night, and then eventually goes back into the bus and like tells everybody to get the hell out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Where he spends the rest of the night with a couple of his favorite groupies. And that's all we need to say.
Absolutely. How does Astrid spend the rest of her evening?
I go find Douglas and find out if he got that guy's number for me.
Douglas, you received the Snapchat, the Instagram info, phone number, everything. You got every social that this guy has.
I just forward like contact thing with all of it to Astrid. Like
You got his LinkedIn. Like,
I look at Astrid.
That is social
Do I-
insurance number.
yeah.
I look at Astrid. Do I look like an amateur? Come on.
Thank you, good sir.
You're
And
welcome.
I head back to the bus where, with Reg, he's partying with all the people. Have a couple drinks. Go back on the bus. Call Buddy. Go meet him at a some seedy motel near the venue.
That's so on brand. Absolutely. How does Tatiana spend the rest of her evening?
Taddy's a little bit more down, actually. Coming off of the high. The adrenaline would normally be there, but the adrenaline's not there because she doesn't make it anymore. She's in the bathroom, staring at a mirror. She looks herself dead in the eye for just a moment before she shatters the mirror with her fist, grabs her helmet, hops on her bike, and goes for a ride.
Good. How does Douglas spend the rest of his evening?
Well, everyone else's job is done, and Douglas's is just starting. So, first of all, I'm going to make sure that everyone gets back to wherever they're going safe. I have all the accommodations and everything set up
Mhm.
so that people can spend the day away from that great flaming ball in the sky. Second of all, I'm going to have Slink follow that person as far as it can without being discovered. If it feels like it's going to get discovered, then it'll fuck off, or I'll let it deanimate. And I assume with a critical success on stealth earlier, I can pull that off.
Slink
I'm hoping to
follow-
get a name.
Slink follows the individual.
Mhm.
And you hear a name come across the lips of the individual that the breach brings up. And that name is Josh. How much do you perceive what Slink perceives?
If you give me a second, I can tell you. Ceremonies. So it can telepathically communicate to me, but in like little snippets.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
You get the name Josh Lancaster. You get the name Strathcona. You get the words revenge. You get the words mine. And you get the words Tatiana Pierce.
Noted.
Mm-hmm. DJ Metro, how do you spend the rest of the night?
What time is our show done? If we went on at 11:30.
Your show probably went well. I mean, with the encore and with the extended set and how well everything was going, that was like a 2.5 hour set. Like, it was insane length. It was good. It was really solid. You're sitting at probably another 4-ish hours of moonlight, though.
So like 2-ish.
It's about 2. Yeah, it's about 2 a.m.
Okay. So most bars in the immediate area are closed or in the process of closing. So I'll hit Brandy's Show Lounge because they don't close till 3-ish and see if I can get them to maybe extend that a little bit later.
Sure.
For some entertainment and then I'll I'll make my way to my hotel room, hopefully not alone, and prepare to sleep the day away.
You return to your hotel room with as many people as can fit in a hotel room. That performance, people follow you to the lounge. They are asking for your time. They want you. They need you. They are worshiping you. It's, again, intoxicating. People are asking you how you disappeared. Like, how did the electricity work? Like, how do you even make that happen? Like, there's a lot of that, but for tonight, it's really just that feeling you're back. Well, everyone, with that, I think we're going to wrap up. That was Another World with Vampire the Masquerade After the Fall. I hope everybody had a wonderful time. We love you. And we're going to see you next time. We'll be joining everyone here for their next leg of the tour, which takes place in Calgary. We'll see you then. Who are we?
Blood Rush!
Blood Rush!
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.